Senator Housakis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the government leader in the Senate, and I'd like to come back to something the government leader said in this chamber yesterday. And I quote, "Clearly, if we had an extradition treaty with China, we would be in a better situation with respect to the management of some of our consular issues. But the fact is that the extradition negotiations haven't led to fruition at this point, and that has consequences in real sense for Canadians who are in the state of concern that we all have for their well-being in China." Senator Harder, now on this side, that quote has created some confusion amongst my colleagues and myself, because to our knowledge, and as defined in the Extradition Act, an extradition treaty would mean that Canada would ask China to arrest, detain, and extradite someone to be prosecuted here for offences committed under Canadian laws. I can't see how any extradition treaty with China would help in any way Mr. Spavor and Mr. Kovrig. The rules regarding consular assistance are in the Vienna Convention. So you can let us know maybe how you and Prime Minister Trudeau believe that an extradition treaty with China would allow Canadians to ask China to extradite Canadian citizens who have committed no crime in Canada, just so we can free them from China.
Senator Harder.
I thank the Honourable Senator for his question. Clearly, if we had concluded, and hopefully we will at some point conclude an extradition treaty with China, there would be a better understanding on all sides of the appropriate rule of law governing extradition processes, which would not have led to the misunderstanding and certainly the misapprehensions that are obviously in play with respect to the actions Canada has taken in the situation of Ms. Ming. Had that understanding been available and had the clarity of the Canadian rule of law been in place, we may not have been in the situation where Canadians are in detention. That was my intention and the reason for which I said that. I'm well aware of the basis on which consular access is provided, but a better understanding of our respective judicial systems and the way in which extradition treaties are managed would have benefited both sides, and in particular the Chinese understanding of Canada's extradition process.